So, you have heard from the other societies. I must confess I'm very curious what an outsider thought of them, and their positions. You might be the first objectively neutral party we've ever come across. It takes more than a great person to achieve great things. Their traits need to match the circumstances. I fear we would be ill-equipped to do anything except sow chaos. The facility has gathered some of the most obstinate and dangerous personages throughout history. It has told them that they should lead in a golden age via whatever means they see appropriate. Setting us all loose and Sparta as a whole would invite disaster. We are barely fit to lead ourselves. A tough but fair question. I must admit the case of Amelia Earhart sometimes keeps me up at night. 'Tis safer if the rule is strict, but if you wanted to make an exception or two, I could live with that. But no one from the other societies. They are all dangerous in their own way. Certainly. It is evident that the facility is decaying. It is both unsustainable and unwise for us to fix and maintain the status quo. Our community must be weaned off the machines, learn how to build, grow, and govern ourselves, allowed to raise families so we can pass our lessons to the next generation, and to die when our allotted time is finished. One day we will be worthy of going to the stars. We are just not there yet. Yes, and not to be indelicate, not for lack of trying. Are we even human in this state? We have no future, only the past. You have no idea how profoundly grateful I am to hear that. Go to the facility and see what can be done.
Over here! Hey, we need to talk! Listen, it's not safe to talk here. It's about Roosevelt. There's something you need to know. Not here. If he found out I'm even talking to you about this... Thank you. There's a cave, just outside town. No chance of us being listened in on. Please, come as quick as you can. Ideally, before you go to the facility.
They evidently prove they are untrustworthy.
I just wish you'd answer.
I'll meet you at the cave.
The renegades will use any means to escape Crucible.
abilities are truly amazing.
You came. I just can't take a chance. These clones, they're psychotic, crazy. If they find out, I'm sorry. I just can't take the chance. You're just too smart. I'm not Wyatt Earp. I wish. God, how I wish I was. I was cloned off a monster. America's first serial killer. H.H. Holmes.
Well, that is less auspicious.
He was a deranged lunatic on old Earth. In the 1890s, he owned a hotel. He'd lure people there in this crazy hotel with all sorts of terrible rooms. But I'm not him. You gotta believe me. It's like a living nightmare. If you go to the facility, I know you'd find out who I am. And if you let any of these bloodthirsty maniacs know, they'd kill me. But no, that wouldn't be the end. Every time my new clone would appear, death, torture, pure hell. I'm afraid it's you or me. I'm going to kill you. I really, really don't. Besides Ada and maybe Amelia. You're the nicest person I've met. But the other clones, they would tear me apart. Don't you see? They're the monsters. I just don't want to be tortured like that. Please, please forgive me. A few of the old-timers know I used to go by Bill Hickok. I mean, I had to make up a story. I always used to read the dime novels, and I figured I knew enough about Wild Bill and Wyatt to pull it off. I just had no way of knowing what my previous life had picked. So I played dumb. But Roosevelt is a crafty one. I just don't see a way out. You sound so certain. I don't know why. Wyatt Earp was a hero. Maybe I can. I don't want to die. I'm gonna trust you, okay? Just don't tell anyone. This never happened.
If you need to harvest any organic materials, now would be the time.
massive damage.
It seems local fauna has been nesting here. What does your scanner reveal? If you require organic compounds, now might be a good time to collect. Do you think they have burrowed into the ground here? Or they originally came up out of it?
Meet your death. Once again, we are triumphant.
There was no other way for it to end.
Do they even try? This is intriguing. A rather large amount of security for such a small place.
What? Why would this infernal place choose to bring back that abomination of all people? But he's not Holmes. I've worked with Wyatt for many years. He is a good man, but I can see it's been eating him up. Exactly. He's chosen a better path than his forebearer. Listen, don't tell anyone. I'm not sure what the others would do. We should be judged by our actions, not ancient history. We're not 100% sure, but I have a theory. The facility has been unreliable as long as I've been alive. My guess is that they are historical figures that just didn't get a proper education. Who's to say what Julius Caesar actually looked like? Or some modern person of note that we wouldn't even know about? Whoever they are, though, they are as smart and capable as the ones that know their identity. My feelings about my namesake are complicated. He was a great but flawed human being. On one hand, he guided a country through the ravages of depression and war admirably. He tirelessly fought to improve the lives of the poor and disadvantaged. But as a husband, he was unfaithful. And as a colleague, he was a consummate politician, which is sometimes good, often distasteful. He was truly a great man, and I must confess, I am proud to share his heritage.
This is probably the right choice. These people need time. They are not ready for what awaits them in the settled systems.
Let me see. You have no idea what a reassurance it is to learn even these hints of our past. It sounds like the facility is in ruins, but perhaps the restricted section is intact? Think of the answers it must contain, and perhaps a way to help us become self-sufficient. But there is no security override code here. I would know. Think. Galathea's sister ship. Yes, if it can be found. Certainly, they had the capability of going into the heart of the facility. If anyone can figure a manner of locating the Beagle, it's Ada Lovelace. I'll radio her and explain the situation. I'm sure she will make every effort to assist.
In my darkest hours, I feared that we were all that was left of humanity.
You don't get old on Crucible unless you're smart. FDR is the wisest of us.
I hear you share the secrets of the facility with someone else. Have a care, outsider.
So we did come from a spaceship. Of course we did. And there's another out there? What was the Beagle? Why did she and the Galathea part? But all of that in time. First, we must find her. She's not in this star system. I would have spotted her. I should be thanking you for delivering such fascinating news. Now, about the Beagle, maybe the radio telescope. Yes, every morning it always defaults to the same position. I always wondered, why point at Bell 5? Petty frustration I've dealt with for years. Perhaps the facility looks for her sister. Yes, it makes sense. I can send you the coordinates. The Bell Star system is not far. The facility communicates via a secure frequency. When you arrive, tune into that.
The others would defile the facility. Please, outsider, consider the mission and what it could mean for the galaxy.
You can hear the howls at night. The defenses have to hold.
Please don't tell anybody about what we talked about that one time. Please. Can I, help you? Hope you find what you're looking for. A pleasure talking with you.
I just wish the societies